What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Career Mode. Now, if you guys are or maybe not aware that I'm actually running two series now, starting from scratch and Career Mode. So a nice Ultimate Team series along with a nice Career Mode series. So hopefully it will go down really well. I hope you guys enjoy both of the series. But we're here today to talk about some Career Mode, and we have a huge game against Manchester City. This game is massive. It's almost, it's not a must-win, but it's one of those that if I can get the 3 points, that would just be a huge boost to my hopefully top 6 finish in this Premier League. But we're in December at the moment, and we're coming up very shortly to the January transfer window, and it's felt like so long. I feel as though the January transfer window just feels like so far away, and there's actually a few games, I think it's like the last 10 days of December, I end up just simulating the game simply because one, there's a bunch of games in that time, and one of the best things to do is if you're not very good at managing fitness, which I'm not at all, then the best thing to do is simply to simulate them, and the computer ends up doing the best thing regarding the fitness for your team. So keep that in mind, guys. You know, if you have a huge cluster of games coming up, and I end up doing that. But anyways, so we're talking about this game. So their first goal was actually insane, a really nice goal, and yeah, they were just killing it, seriously. But that right there is a stunning finish from Lallana. He just does a great job of you know, just finessing around the heart, and it goes into the bottom right hand side. So I was actually really happy with my goal there. But that was 1-1, and we end up taking the lead through Kurt Zouma, my centre-back signing. I paid a lot of money for this big boy, so I'm quite glad. And even my capture card was a little bit like, whoa, what the hell is going on? And as you can see, it went all weird, a bit fuzzy, colors went a bit strange, looked as if we're looking on some sort of TV or something like that. And yeah, it all went a bit funny, and I think not even my capture card could handle the fact that I was winning 2-1 against Manchester City. But after quickly swapping that up and turning it off and on, it managed to come back to its nice, good-looking ways, and we managed to sort things out. But we wanted to hold on to the lead, but it was the 90th minute, and what do? We go and extend that lead. I do not know what that defender was doing there, but they left Ricky Lambert, who I brought on as a substitute, to pick up a goal. Was that his second? I believe that was just his first goal in that game, but still, we had 38% possession. We had more shots. We had more shots on target, and we still managed to win 3-1. So it just goes to show, guys, even if you're getting absolutely dominated and just ripped apart by a team, if you can hit them on the counter well, you will do well. And to be perfectly honest with you, with you know, with playing a 4-1-2-1-2, and you have your wingers of obviously playing a wide version, and if you have your wingers there, and then you have two rather large attacking attacking strikers, then of course it's going to be very easy to counter attack. You play it down the wings, you swing it in onto the nugget, and crack, job done. But Kazuki Honda there, I was interested in picking him up because obviously he looks like he is going to be a quality player, and of course the fact that he should be out of his contract relatively shortly. But his weekly wage was £70,000, and I was just like, I mean, I'm all up for getting you on a free, my friend, but for £70,000 a week, I just don't know if I can. I don't have that sort of money to run around with, and it is, you know, a bit of a shame, but it kind of, you know, just took him off my list. I wasn't necessarily interested in pursuing him anymore, but I wanted to take a look at Bakali just a little bit more, so I ended up bringing a scout back, and it was actually the scout that was in Brazil. He wasn't bringing too many players back from Brazil, and he was probably the one that was underperforming out of all the scouts, if you will. So I ended up bringing him back, and I wanted him just to scout Bakali for me a little bit more. Wanted to know a little bit about, you know, what I should be offering for him, and hopefully he can get back to me relatively quickly with some accurate results. But until then, I had this game here against Newcastle, and that is some goal to score. Osvaldo, who's just been playing very well for me so far, 10 league goals. It's not amazing, but overall he's just been a really good team player and played some great football for this side. But that great ball played through to Ramirez. Ramirez strikes it, and unfortunately, I honestly thought that was just a goal, a standard goal for Ramirez, but it wasn't meant to be. Maybe I should have finessed it, but after the patch, I don't know what it is about finesses, but they just don't seem to be going in nearly as much. But who was it there? I think it was Wanyama. Yeah, Wanyama, who was actually playing in a defensive midfielder role, and that was thanks to someone who left a comment on one of the previous videos videos. He said play him at defensive mid. He seems to work really, really well, and I have to agree with you. He has been playing immensely, immensely well. But a bit of, you know, shabby depending on my part and things tending to go his way a little bit. They actually end up getting a goal. So it was 8-1. Well, I wish it was 8-1. 2-1, sorry. But it was going to end like that, and I ended up picking up a really important 3 points. So I was happy with the way that had ended too. So, you know, we do have this transfer window coming up, and I want to say you guys are going to see the beginning of the transfer window next episode, or maybe even the episode after that. But like I said, I did simulate quite a few games, and, you know, if you don't like that, you know, so be it. I really wanted to get to that January transfer window. I felt there were changes definitely needed to be made to the squad, and you know, like I said, if you don't like simulated games, well, you're just gonna have to deal with it over the next little while. But of course, as soon as that January transfer window is over, we get back into playing games, and I'm sure you guys can understand, like, you know, when you're just so close and you just want to focus on your transfers, you just want to be getting in new players, and then there's that things like that. Sorry, I almost mumbled. I don't know why I'm mumbling so much today, so I apologize for that, guys. But yeah, you just want to, you know, you want to focus on your transfer window. Next thing was which was the fact that we have 4 players who are relatively low on their contracts, but none of those 4 players were necessarily worth that much, and if they had left, to be honest with you, they would be doing me a favor with their wages, to be perfectly honest with you. So I wasn't too fussed about them in particular. But here was the first of the simulated games against Aston Villa as well. It was home, so hopefully these home games do tend to go our way. And as you can see, we had I decided to play Mayuka ahead of Lambert. Despite Lambert playing very well recently, I felt as though it was you know, necessary to have Mayuka the bazooka on the team. And unfortunately, since we aren't playing, there's no theme tune to go to this one. But maybe if you just want to have Pow or Here Comes the Boom going on in your head, that would suffice. But Wanyama there picking up another goal as well. If you guys remember correctly, that he was actually going through, you know, a bit of a bad patch. He had some bad form, but it seems as though that's kind of gone away, as he's managed to pick up 2 goals in the last few games. So very, very happy with that. But that's going to wrap it up for this episode, guys. And if you would be so kind enough to leave a like on this video, that would be very much appreciated. And I hope to see you guys around. Hope you guys are enjoying this series, and of course starting from scratch coming up shortly for you guys too. Hope you guys enjoy that. I'll see you guys in a bit. Bye bye.